On October 11, 2024, a new tradition was born in the City Schools of Decatur. Under the visionary leadership of Superintendent Gyimah Whitaker, the district hosted its very first State of the Schools event, a powerful gathering of community, educators, families, and students.
The State of the Schools is a vehicle for transparency and accountability, an opportunity to celebrate school and district accomplishments, and a unique opportunity to engage with our community. Education is a partnership, and each one of you plays a vital role in successfully educating the students of City Schools of Decatur.
After the Decatur High School co-presidents Parks and Sherwin opened the ceremony, members of the Decatur High School chorus sang the national anthem.
So gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave?
The program continued with a selection by the Beacon Hill Middle School Orchestra. Next, Executive Director Megan Berardi delivered greetings from the Decatur Education Foundation.
Good morning. On behalf of the Decatur Education Foundation, I bring warm greetings to all of the esteemed educators, leaders, and community members here today. Decatur Education Foundation is an organization that's dedicated to helping Decatur youth overcome the obstacles in their path to learning. We generate and apply resources from the community to address some of the big challenges our kids are facing today. Things like behavioral health struggles and food insecurity. We are committed to providing and ensuring access to enriching opportunities like travel and arts programming. And we are so happy to support our amazing educators by providing teacher innovation grants. These grants fund new, innovative ways of learning. They address students with different learning needs, and they bring to our attention areas where there might be a gap in funding or support or access. Thank you to City Schools of Decatur for your partnership. Thank you for your commitment to closing the achievement gap and to your dedication to early childhood education. We commend your good work, and we are so excited to continue our partnership to ensure all Decatur students have what they need to be successful in school and in life. Thank you.
Next, the Beacon Hill Middle School singers performed a selection. Next, City Schools of Decatur Board of Education student representative Sophie D. Elena introduced Superintendent Dr. Gyimah Whitaker.
I am pleased to introduce our Superintendent, Dr. Gyimah Whitaker. Dr. Gyimah Whitaker began her tenure as superintendent of the City Schools of Decatur in 2023, embarking on establishing a strong foundation to implement the district's 5-year strategic plan, focusing on ensuring educational equity and success for all students. Dr. Whitaker's appointment was influenced by her successful tenure as Deputy Chief Academic Officer and Area Superintendent at Fulton County Schools. During her time at Fulton County Schools, she implemented a tiered autonomy system for school leaders, which led to a significant decrease in failing schools from 16 to 2 in just 3 years. The 2 remaining schools were on the brink of being removed from state oversight before being disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Whitaker directed approximately 1/3 of Fulton County Schools' $262 million in pandemic aid toward a structured literacy approach aimed at supporting the district's academic recovery post-pandemic. The Every Child Reads initiative focused on training teachers and administrators in the science of reading methodology, along with the addition of K-12 literacy coaches in all 60 elementary schools. This initiative aimed to provide all students with an equal opportunity to maintain grade-level proficiency regardless of their socioeconomic background. The remarkable success of the initiative in Fulton County Schools led to Dr. Whitaker being invited to testify before the Georgia House Education Committee, which was considering the statewide adoption of Every Child Reads.
Superintendent Dr. Gyimah Whitaker opened her address by thanking the many stakeholders who support the City Schools of Decatur.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for that introduction. Thank you to Kate Sherwood and also to Hyman Park for co-presiding on today's event. Thank you to the Decatur High School JROTC and to the chorus, the presentation of colors, the national anthem, and thank you to the Beacon Hill Middle School Orchestra for that wonderful selection. Each of you represents the best of our school district. Please join me in giving all of our students another round of applause. In recent weeks, we have witnessed the devastation caused by Hurricane Helene, faced frequent air quality alerts caused by a chemical plant fire, and felt deep sorrow over the tragic loss of lives in a nearby school district. Our thoughts also remain with our students and staff and families who have very personal connections to countries currently suffering from war. As a school district, we recognize that upheaval anywhere can affect us all. As with all organizations, local, state, and national, City Schools of Decatur is navigating the complexities of the world's ongoing change and uncertainty while maintaining our purpose of educating the diversity of students who enter our doors. Now, and throughout my remarks, I want to reiterate our school community that while we are still a district in progress, we remain steadfast in our mission to create a school district that genuinely promotes inclusion for all. I must begin by thanking the Board of Education for its unwavering support. Thank you, Board Chair Mr. James Herndon, Vice Chair Dr. Carmen Sultan, and board members Dr. Jana Johnson-Davis, Ms. Tracy Anderson, and Mr. Hans Utz. And our new student board representative, Ms. Sophie Delana. Please stand. And thank you. Please stand. Yes. Yes. And thank you for your steadfast commitment to the students and the staff of CSD. You may be seated. While I want to welcome all of our elected officials. Thank you for your leadership and the many ways you support education. We have representatives here from the City of Decatur, from also our state legislature, as well as the State Board of Education, and also neighboring school districts as elected board officials. Could I please have all elected officials stand to be recognized? And I must acknowledge the individuals who are largely unseen but work hand in hand with me in the daily administration and operations of the district. Members of the executive cabinet, please stand, and thank you for your dedication.
Dr. Whitaker continued her address by recognizing National Principals Month.
October is National Principals Month, which gives us even more reason to celebrate the individuals who elevate the excellence in our schools every day, our principals. As I call your name, please stand.
Superintendent Whitaker continued her address by recognizing the district's partners.
You are one of the key people, and I don't want to call them out. I want you guys to stand up. You know, you help me all the time, because your investment of the time and the resources and the support to student achievement and to innovation.
Dr. Whitaker pivoted to celebrating the district's achievements.
Just like a gem, CSD is rare and unique, and it's hidden literally between Atlanta to the east and Stone Mountain to the west, in the county seat of DeKalb County. CSD is a gem because of the high quality and dedicated educators and committed administrative and support staff who join me in serving the more than 5,700 students every day. All of this has contributed to CSD's ability to shine as one of the highest rated school districts in Georgia, consistently ranking the state and the nation in student achievement and being the #1 international baccalaureate district in the Southeast. One month before my appointment, the Board of Education approved a 5-year strategic plan they had developed with the community called All in Decatur. All in Decatur includes the vision, the mission, and the 4 strategic accelerators that will guide the district's work. Student success in all areas, building and sustaining an engaging and inclusive culture, cultivating and retaining high-quality professionals, and organizational effectiveness and excellence. At my core, I am a teacher who has evolved into a leader. For more than 2 decades, I have worked diligently to improve access to excellence in education and create sustainable outcomes for every student. Therefore, these accelerators spoke to me in every sense of the word. As the new superintendent, the board's directive was for me to develop a plan for implementing the district's all-in strategic plan, emphasizing improving 3 areas: instructional leadership, organizational leadership, and communication. With a clear understanding of the what, we align the strategic plan with a phased plan to entry, which determine the how.
Dr. Whitaker continued her address by focusing on student achievement disparities.
One overwhelming finding on student achievement required me to ask the board a question. What will we do to stop the socioeconomic status of our students, race, gender, or neurodiversity, or any other type of designation from being a predictor of success. With a 95.25 graduation rate and test scores consistently outpacing local, state, and national averages, there is no question that CSD is a high-performing school district. However, the student data proves that CSD still has some work to do before achieving the district's core belief of equitably and effectively improving outcomes for all students. While CSD is high-performing, we cannot yet claim victory in promoting whole learner development, meaning the social, emotional, and the cognitive growth of our students remain healthy. And we yet can't claim the victory in ensuring that no learner is marginalized, especially when the data shows that CSD is graduating students from economically disadvantaged backgrounds with a 38% proficiency rate in reading. Yes, that is 38% out of 100.
Dr. Whitaker continued by discussing the all means all mantra.
This drives us, and it drives us so to the point that we had it put on a t-shirt. It's more than a mantra. Additionally, we rearranged the order of the strategic accelerators on the strategic plan, moving the student success accelerator from last actually to first. And we are intentionally shifting every facet of this work. Another indicator of this commitment has been amplifying student voices in our district. Last year, I created student superintendent advisory councils with representatives from ages of 5 all the way to 18. I enjoy meeting with all of my advisory councils.
Dr. Whitaker recognized Sophie D. Elena, Georgia's first school board student representative.
According to the Georgia School Board Association, Sophie D. Elena is not just the first to serve in CSD, but she is the first to serve in the entire state. She has been given an oath. She has been trained by our school board state association. She participates in board retreats, trainings, board meetings from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock, as well as our community meetings on a monthly basis, up front on the dais.
Dr. Whitaker continued by celebrating SAT scores, positive behavioral interventions and supports, governor's honors, and more.
The good news continues. With the CSD rise to number 2 among 182 school districts, we are number 2 in the state of Georgia for our SAT scores. Despite the uncertainties of the residual impact on the pandemic, 73% of last year's graduating seniors at Decatur High School took the SAT, earning an average score of 1169. This score represents a 22-point mean increase over the previous year, including a 7-point rise in evidence-based reading and writing and a 15-point increase in math. Additionally, this surpassed the state average by 139 points, and the national average by 174 points. Yes, it is significant. While testing doesn't begin until third grade, the foundation for student success begins in K2. Our collaboration with Expeditionary Learning, or EL, actually began in 1994, with Claremont being our inaugural EL school and one of the first in the nation. In 2004, when the district transitioned from K-5 schools to 3 K-3 schools and then all K-3 schools, we adopted EL as a learning model. Today, City Schools of Decatur boasts 5 K-2 schools that serve students using the expeditionary learning approach. What truly sets our K-2 schools apart is their strong sense of community, characterized by respect and responsibility, and their passion for learning. The EL design principles serve as a framework for fostering a positive school culture while encouraging students to challenge themselves and take ownership of their education. Classroom learning expeditions, which align with state standards through engaging in-depth case studies and their projects, focus our students to create authentic products for real audiences. These experiences equip students with academic and social skills, enabling them to collaborate effectively. With each academic year, the Georgia Department of Education honors districts and schools that foster a positive school climate. Through the implementation of the PBIS framework, the goal of this recognition system is to highlight schools that exemplify best practices in PBIS. And during the 23-24 school year, 6 schools received operational status, with 4 of them achieving this recognition for the first time. Being awarded operational status indicates that these schools met all 4 outcome data. And that means the percentage of students at Tier 1 for our office discipline referrals, we're keeping it where it needs to be. The number of state-reported Office of Discipline referrals per 100 students, keeping it where it needs to be. The number of in-school suspensions per 100 students, keeping it where it needs to be. And also the number of out-of-school suspensions per 100 days. These are key metrics for us. And the schools maintaining that operational status was Claremont and Oakhurst. Please clap. And schools achieving it for the first time: Beacon Hill Middle School, Glenwood Elementary School, Westchester Elementary School, and Winona Park Elementary School. This recognition is evidence that we are moving in the right direction. Congratulations to all the students, teachers, school leaders, and staff for the 2024-25 school year. The students of CSD are on that same trajectory. We recently learned that 8 of our Decatur High School students were among the 1% of seniors nationally to be recognized as the 2025 National Merit finalists. And we also celebrate the 11 finalists for the 2024 Georgia Governor's Honors Program. And we are just in the beginning of the fall season for high school and middle school sports. and the first series of performing arts and extracurricular programming. But based on these standings, we are on track for even more celebrations. So far, 9 students from Decatur High School have been selected for the prestigious Atlanta area ensembles for the 24-25, with 2 Beacon Hill Middle School students that were also selected, making this a record for the year.
Superintendent Whitaker continued her address by focusing on the City Schools of Decatur's strategic accelerators.
And the first strategic accelerator is student success in all areas. And this year, we expanded the academic offerings and opportunities to accelerate our students. All must really mean all. It's beginning this year with honors courses in math and ELA in grades 6 through 10, and new cluster model specialized academic services for gifted. We are also emphasizing math and ELA for K-5 and extending social studies and science for grades 6 through 10. Academic offerings for gifted children means we are supporting the academic growth for all. New ELA resources were adopted this year. Each resource is aligned to the science of reading to significantly boost teachers' explicit and systematic reading instructional skills. The CT3 partnership is integral in supporting teachers through a no-nonsense nurturing workshop. Our staff begins to build their collective efficacy and create relationships between adults and students so you can replace their behaviors. This year, CSD is also hosting a Harvard residential doctoral student who is further strengthening the district's focus on equity by creating a framework for school leader support and accountability. Another CSD partnership is with the University of Virginia Partnership for Leaders in Education. They are here to help us design and implement systems to support schools in increasing student success in all areas. Through executive education programming via the Darden School of Business and the Curry School of Education, our leaders are being prepared to create optimal conditions for student outcomes. A highlight of our efforts on the second accelerator, which is to build and sustain an engaging and inclusive culture, was we hosted the Yes I Can Awards for the first time last year. This program was created by the Council for Exceptional Children to uplift our students with exceptionalities. Our third accelerator, cultivating and retaining high-quality professionals. As a smaller district, it takes time and planning to provide a comprehensive compensation package, particularly for teachers that are competitive among metro area districts. However, this board is committed to that priority. And partnerships have also been implemented with Metro RESA and other notable higher education institutions such as Agnes Scott College, where we are today. And thank you so much to Dr. Zach for hosting us. Georgia State University, Kennesaw State University, Mercer University, Moreland University, and Clark Atlanta University. Many of these partnerships provide development, support, and coaching for our teachers, and even cost assistance for their educational attainment. To enhance the fourth accelerator of organizational effectiveness and excellence, the administration worked closely with the board on the adoption of several new policies, such as streamlining the grading process and improving safety and fiscal transparency. Maintaining a safe learning environment is the district's top priority. A key indicator of our strategic accelerator of success, particularly in the elementary level, is the ability to read at grade level or above. The research is clear. We must start earlier to close the achievement gap in CSD. This year, planning has begun for the construction of a new early childhood learning center. College Heights continues to offer invaluable early learning opportunities, but it's not affordable or accessible for all families. Conversations about adding a early childhood learning center closer proximity to the students who need it the most began when CSD purchased the property adjacent to the district's central office from the Decatur Housing Authority 7 years ago, with the understanding that it would be used as an educational purpose. This summer, we hosted an administrative staff retreat, bringing together our principals and assistant principals, department leaders, administrative leadership. In addition to planning for the new school year, I encouraged them to build their own capabilities as leaders, learning new ideas to motivate their staff and their students to be all in to achieve excellence for all. And as I close, I am urging our teachers to focus on the individual needs of students, using the frameworks and structures as guidance. And Ms. Alicia Reno, not only the City Schools of Decatur Teacher of the Year, but also the State of Georgia first runner-up Teacher of the Year, is a prime example for our teachers, for an educator that does this every single day.
Board member Hans Utz followed Dr. Whitaker in reflecting on the district.
CSD is a high-performing school district. And for a very, very long time, that was the end of the story. We deeply appreciate all of you, every teacher, staff member, school or district leader, for nurturing our students' academic and social emotional growth. You are where the rubber meets the road, and that's not lost on any of us.
With the community united and inspired, the inaugural State of the Schools marked the beginning of a bold new chapter. The future is bright, and this is just the beginning.